What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. So, the 2023 Olympia is officially underway. The athletes meeting and the press conference is all wrapped up, and I have some physique updates for you guys at 1 and 2 days out of the competition. But first, I wanted to address this Brandon Curry situation. So apparently, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard by now, Brandon Curry was admitted to the hospital at only 1 day out of the competition. He was absent at the athletes check-in and he was absent at the press conference. Now, the word going around initially was that Brandon was out of the Olympia entirely, and we can confirm that he was hospitalized, apparently due to food poisoning. I heard that he was coughing up blood at one point from a couple of sources, and look, you guys, I have no idea if there's any truth to that whatsoever, but there has been some clarification to this situation from several sources in the bodybuilding world. So AJ Kelly Robert actually made a post on his Instagram saying that he spoke directly to Brandon's wife, and basically she said that it's not necessarily as serious as people were making it out to be, and as long as the doctors will give him a clear bill of health, then he does intend to compete. Xavier Wills over at Desktop Bodybuilding, he said that he was texting with Brandon, and basically he confirmed the same information. Dave Palumbo released a video saying that he was also texting with Brandon, and again confirmed the same thing. So it would seem at this point that Brandon Curry is not out of the Olympia. However, it is fair to say that his carb up process will be affected by this situation, and at an absolutely critical time. And if Brandon does compete, the question now is, will he be bringing his best to the stage? So this is an evolving story, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll keep you guys posted as more information comes out. Now, one other notable competitor that was absent from the athletes meeting was classic physique competitor Stephane Matala. The last time that he actually posted on his Instagram was almost 3 weeks ago, and look, I honestly don't know if he was even at the weigh-ins today, but you guys, there is nothing that's telling me that Stephane Matala is at the Olympia right now. There are no updates. There's no sign of him on any pages that I've seen online. There's no posts by his coach. Literally, there's nothing out there. And Stephane worked extremely hard to qualify for the Olympia. The muscle he had to strip off to make weight and qualify, I mean, to not be there. Now look, I don't want to speculate on this one because honestly, I have no idea what his status could be right now. But it would be an absolute shame for him to miss out on his first year as an Olympia athlete. If anyone has seen Stephane or has any update on him, if you've seen him around the Olympia, anything at all, leave me a comment down below or message me on Instagram. But either way, hopefully we do hear something soon. Alright, so let's get into the physique updates here, you guys. I have an update here from Tonio Burton at 1 day out from prejudging. And man, the carb up process looks like it's really going well for Tonio. The roundness and fullness is still there in the upper body, the separation in the quads, and the quad sweep, it is looking really good, and he still has an entire day to fill out and make those adjustments. This does look to be a very impressive version of Tonio Burton. Now, if Brandon Curry is out of the Olympia, and now that Nick Walker is also out, Tonio could find himself battling it out for a spot for even that top 8, you guys. I would actually have him in 7th if I'm going by my original prediction. So what an opportunity here, and he does look to be in good form so far. With 1 more day to go, we'll see what final adjustments that Tonio Burton can make, and if he can land himself in that top 8, or even top 7. Okay, so next up, Ross Flanigan dropped some physique updates at 1 day out of the Olympia, and the rematch between Ross and Tonio is one that I'm actually really looking forward to. I think Ross has improved in overall size than what we've seen earlier this season. His conditioning looks to be improved as well. That X-frame is really going to serve him well on that Olympia stage. And the quads, I mean, man, the quads are absolutely world class. And I think he does still have opportunity to fill out a bit more yet. And the reason I say that is because in the back double bicep shot here, I am expecting him to be a bit more impressive in that shot. But look, Ross has put everything into this prep, and he did things outside of his typical comfort zone, which is what it takes sometimes to be at your absolute best. So we'll see how this Olympia debut goes for Ross. He'll actually be standing between Justin Shire and Hassan Mustafa during the initial callouts, so we'll see how he compares to both an aesthetic competitor and a mass monster of the sport. Alright, so next up, switching to 212 for a minute here, Kerrith Bajjo dropped an update at 1 day out, and he actually weighed in, you guys, at 211.4 pounds. So this will be the biggest version of Kerrith Bajjo that we've ever seen. Honestly, Kerrith has looked ready to step on stage for weeks now. He's kept that roundness in the shoulders, the separation in the quads, the conditioning, like I said, it's been there for weeks, you guys. The hardness and graininess through the upper body. I mean, this is a guy that is definitely going to push for the win in the 212 division a lot harder than people realize. I think that Kerrith is being massively overlooked in this lineup, and I think he's going to make a big statement this year. Alright, so last up, Michal Krizo dropped a training update at 2 days out as he prepares to step on the Olympia stage for the second time of his career. And you guys, Krizo looks absolutely massive in these updates. And in all the pictures I've seen of him around the Olympia, honestly, he's making everyone look small to him in comparison. But you know, it could be an especially interesting position that Michal Krizo could find himself in if Brandon Curry is indeed out of the Olympia. I had Krizo in 7th place in my prediction video, and that was when both Nick and Brandon were still 100% in the lineup. But I mean, with the potential of both of those competitors now out of the men's open lineup, could Michal Krizo really crack the top 5 at the 2023 Olympia? Now that would be a very unexpected turn in this lineup, but it's a very exciting prospect at the same time. If not the top 5, I think the top 6 is definitely something he has a legitimate shot at. So with potentially a total of 8 qualified Olympia athletes out of the men's open lineup, it'll be 7 if Brandon ends up competing. We could see a massive shakeup to the entire top 10 in the men's open lineup, you guys. Literally anything can happen at this point. So stay tuned right here for all of the updates. I'll be bringing them to you guys all weekend long. Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.